A couple things happen in the field of metaphysics that we're all aware of, including our brother Terrence hitting Rogan, and then Wiseman or whoever, Weinstein, whoever, come in behind him, try to make him look like a fool and a charlatan. Then another little situation happening. Somebody just sitting there like they blanked out, and then now all of the community is like focused on this for a minute, like it's a Diddy event. But then, after a couple clicks of the dish, the algorithm seems to continuously serve up pro-Christian propaganda. Even some of them old heads that know how to, know how to mix in a little bit of we're all electrical fields and but we're in the body of Jesus. You see what I mean? So then the algorithm immediately gets flooded with this content, and then people start being like, it's a sign. Wow. A foundation is to not be weak. See, this is what it all is. This is the test from the ancestors, period. Is like, do you know who you are? Do you not just realize we just went over thousands and thousand years at least? Check out this, ancient and modern Britons, okay? So you can see the world that King James pulled up to with the Picts and the Gypsies and the tents and the, and somebody was even in the comments trying to refute what was going on. And it's like, there are volumes. These books are thick about what actually has been going on with kings trying to control all these wayward people, but first coming in with the sword first. Like now, see, we're living in a time where people will argue with you about it. There used to be a time where they would kill you. They come with the sword, okay? This is a time that, people think they left those times now, when still they out there bombing and blowing up people under another pretense. What you think is another pretense, and this is the ode to the wise. Do you think that what you're seeing on TV and what you're seeing on the news, even what they're saying they're reporting, is really what's going on? Do you think they would tell you what's really going on? They think that you're a baby. And they know because they made everybody a baby with them crazy ass cartoons, being super spoiled, not really going out and doing things for yourself, like figuring out how hard it is to really feed yourself food, not going to a box store like Walmart to pick up your latest religion, because that's what these religions are so basic. They're like the Walmart product of religion. You could just grab it right off the shelf when you feel like that you need one. But when you get into true metaphysics and the true occultism, it doesn't stand for any of that. It's your grandmother's house. It's where everything is actually serious. It's where you take your shoes off. It's where you speak when you're spoken to. And you know that vibe and you know that energy exists. But as I said, this reality is so disrespectful. It's sitting over here wandering after a man when you aren't even looking at what your mother has been doing. Not only in the mother in the physical realities, but also the mothers that nourish through nature, still getting you water and still getting you cleanliness, still on the journey, on the wisdom, on the Sophia. So I want to say this also, that it takes a lot to truly care about someone else. It takes a lot also to care about someone else's race. A lot of times we take this for granted, even in being a part of United. Like, many of us have come to love each other for who we are and stop seeing, all these different boundaries and barriers. While in different parts of the world, they're even fighting with neighboring tribes that are clearly their own brother and sister. So you can see even the progression of consciousness is what I'm saying. How much are some people progressing more towards unity, and how much are some people progressing more towards division? Because we know absolutely that the force that is within this world that keeps us constantly quarreling is always suggesting some level of division. This starts with an idea like, you're the chosen one, they're not. It was her great mother that I loved, the other one I hated. Esau, I hated. You see what I mean? This kind of dichotomy. But again, you can play the game, but in the end of the game, the king and the pawn go back in the same box. If you want to transcend all of this, that's what all this is for. That's what these portals are still open for. Clear and pure, all about you, not everybody else. So remember, this algorithm of manipulation is also, we'll leave that there. The algorithm of manipulation, just so you understand that it only takes a few clicks for a person to start seeing certain things that they think are coincidental, listening to things that are put together very well. And if they have no foundation, and one of the men versus the mission that they put on the pedestal happens to get knocked, they're easily running back to where they were at before. And this is not it. You won't make it like that anyway. The test, it's not for those kind of beings. You need to repeat a few times. Shelter, where they tell them, shelter in place. Hold your position. You're not good on any fronts right now. But for those who have inherited the mighty, it's crazy. Even we had the whole thing about Jabbar. Then Buddy wouldn't blew us so down. Didn't Jabbar. You see what I mean? It's just like, you can't make this stuff up. So we don't.